Today is Thursday, as far as I'm aware, and we are back. We are back, and today's a special day because this morning I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do another solo Permabull stream. Last time I did a solo Permabull stream was in April. I think April 21st. I looked it up, and the price much lower. So I set it up this morning, and then what was it like 2 hours ago, 2 or 3 hours ago? Oh, price go down. Okay, so I'm keeping it in. I'm keeping gear go up in the title because gear has gone up quite a bit since first started talking about it, and since it launched, and 10,000, all this stuff. Amazing tech. I'm really. It's one of those things that's special on PulseChain, and I know a lot of people don't get it or want to get it, or they prefer other things or other products or whatever it is. But the stats on this thing are unbelievable. And literally, I found myself in the last few weeks thinking, trying to find something wrong, trying to find, trying to just be like, is it just that good of a product? Like, not only price go up, but just in general, the tech, everything working, real DeFi, that's what I've been looking for. I came into Hex, and I fell in love with DeFi, and there's just not been a lot of products that have had the tech and the price performance to do what this system is designed to do. And I think that's very, very desirable, very, very much compelled to think and talk about it. I think it's very good for PulseChain, very good for Hex with IBAR and ICOSA as well. So to each their own, but boy, I like Permabull protocols. I like those. We get to chat. Getting some details. Zybar, how's it going? You're not first, you're last. I think that's in reference to being number one in the comments. Appreciate that. Yeah, where is Squirrel? Squirrel is number, I'm going to go with 5. I'm going to go with 5. First or fifth, that's all. Yes, that's a great movie, by the way. Talladega Nights. Lots of good movies. I like the early 2000s and the early 2010s movies. Very, very good. You got Pineapple Express. You got Tropic Thunder. Some of the ones that people haven't seen before. Observe and Report. Great Seth Rogen movie. I don't think anyone's seen it. It's just really, really funny. A lot of good movies back then. Welcome. What's up, Kinetics? How's it going, man? Fucking squirrel. William Merritt. Welcome. What's up, Susie Q? How's it going? The Harmonic Hexagon. So excited. Appreciate the videos. Yeah, you're welcome. I've been, the last few days, it has been, there's so much. I try to clip every time I see something interesting come out. There's just so much content that's been out lately. At the PulseChain conference this past weekend too. And I haven't been streaming as much past week or so. But there hasn't, I've been like, I feel like I haven't needed to stream lately too, because there's been so much content come out that I've been clipping. And the Mo did, no, you're not late. You're right. You're on time, man. The Mo did a V3 liquidity exiting video, like a series today or yesterday, one of those, and clipped that together today as well. I just want to really put together a good place for people to find information. I think that's just one of the things I'm good at. It's like organizing information, again, curating content, stuff like that. So tinyurl.com/learn Permabull. Try to make it as simple as possible. If you go there, and I'll go there in just a second, tinyurl.com/learn Permabull, that will take you a sec. That will just redirect to playlist that has 39 videos now. It says 8 available hidden videos. That must be the scheduled ones. So yeah, almost 40 videos. I mean, I think there will be, we'll hit 40 videos soon, I would say, especially if I clip something from this, right? Or this is part of it. I don't even think I added this to playlist. This should be video number 40. So we got 40 videos, of which 30 some are available right now. And yeah, I'll have to add this one to the playlist as well. But lots of good content for understanding different pieces. I did just yesterday. I don't usually do videos, but people were talking about a minting video. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll just go through the process real quick. I don't do the best. I'm not like a video creator. I'm a live stream and clip guy, but I just, on Streamer, you could just record video too. So it's okay. Let me do a minting video. The protocol is explained. I know, it's complicated. Again, for me, I've literally consumed as much information as I could about it to get up to speed, but there's a lot going on. So let me get back to chat and I'll continue here. Dear Slayer, how's it going? Crypto Elite, what's up, man? Crypto Elite does a lot of my euphoria boredom got ruined. Yeah, it felt pretty euphoric the last few days. You're like, wow, is it just going to keep going? And everything. We'll talk about it. It's kind of funny. It's like I don't even think that dumps need to happen. Like it's not necessary to market sell, but apparently some people thought it was, when you can just do an LP position and don't have to pay the fees, don't have to pay slippage, you earn the fees. Pretty cool. I think that's pretty popular in this ecosystem as well. It's magic. It is a well-designed protocol that has a lot of benefits and pumpamentals, I would say. Yeah. CryptoX, how's it going, man? Welcome. Did a good explainer on it the other day. I get your explainer on here too. Yeah. This one. What is iBurn? From Crypto Explained. So I got it on the top. You're in the top 10 videos I want people to see first, as far as getting an introduction to the protocol. What's up, Chad? Chad of Muscles, the Chad of Donnerschwanz, the Chad of YouTube has arrived. How's it going? Good movies are good. That's right, Hex Edits. That's right. He used to make some good movies. Not as many, in my opinions, right as of now. Hopefully we'll go back. We'll swing the pendulum the other way as far as good comedies and stuff go at some point. What's up, SMO Spider? Welcome. Fast to duel the ICOSA arbitrage opportunity via selling 5556 ICOSA contract is viable. That is so cool. It really is. I mean, people talked about eHex and how that could help it. I'll get into iBurn and stuff in a little bit, but boy, so fun. They told me this was going to go up forever. Yeah. By the way, all the people who wanted the dips, right? If you wanted dips and you believe, just look at the chart real quick. Let's do on the 4 hour. You can see. Yeah, look at this. It got just wicked down to 8 cents, which is just wow. I mean, it hit 18. I think it hit around 18, 17, 18. This is for PermaGIF. And for GIF, let's do the 4 hour here too. Yeah, wicked down 8 cents. Yeah, I remember GIF being around a little over 18. And then just boom here, just sells. Oh, look at the volume. Look at this buy volume and sell volume. It's even in dips and stuff, you see the volume is so so high on each side. $2 million worth of volume. It's providing LP out there, a lot of fees to be scooped up. It appears so in for these pairs. In the GIF Pulse, there's also GIF and PermaGIF pairs. And I was actually watching this and I was like, I wonder, how fast it'll get balled up. Will it stabilize? Yeah, once we went down here, I was like, really? 8 cents? I don't know. I was thinking in my head, I don't know about that. And already went back up to 12 cents right now. Again, call it healthy, call it a lot of people buying, call it people again not using LP. I don't know. I just these days I don't first go to the I want to just sell the coin to make a profit, especially when there's not, there's 250K liquidity in total. How much pulse is in here? Probably less pulse than there was because people selling. Yeah, still 125K pulse in this pool. There's multiple pools. You just type in GIF. Yeah, multiple pools, different liquidity in there. It's not something like Pulse or PulseX and stuff where you have, or even some of the more established community coins over time that have liquidity. And this is community driven, all that stuff. That's the thing too. Please tell me your criticisms of this protocol. I've heard a few. I haven't heard any that are really that mean anything to me, honestly. That invalidate my investment thesis or otherwise. So I hear proxy contract. I don't like proxy contract every once in a while. With the proxy contract, it's one of those things that if they didn't do it that way, so the risk is like it could be changed, like that part of it, I guess, could be changed, and it may cause something to go wrong, or I don't think it's like a rug thing, but it's like the routes could be changed or otherwise, and something could mess up, blah blah. And again, trustlessness, I think, is on a spectrum, and it doesn't have to be 100%. I think DeFi can kind of go back and forth depending on my comfort level, for example, speaking for myself. And a lot of things have OAs. A lot of things have upgradable features. PulseX itself has, where do you think the farms come from? Like, you got to be able to remove farms, add farms and stuff. So there's, of course, there's some, when you're running a DEX, when you're running stuff, there's like a limit to the admin keys. Otherwise, you just can't update anything, or you can't, control some of the critical features that you want, that humans want to control every once in a while. I think the thing I like is not, I kind of like the line is not being able to be rugged, or not, somewhere through there, I guess. And the proxy contract thing is just doesn't matter to me. It's like, if I trust the team, again, shouldn't have to trust anyone, I know, but at a certain point, there's the humans that write the code and all that stuff too, and there's audits, and you could go down in a lot of different directions. But to me, the trade-off of having an upgradable contract, or a way to change the route, because I remember GIF explaining this, somebody brought it up before, and I think the explanation was something around like, if you don't do it that way, then if something happened to Piteous or otherwise, then it just things stop working, funds get lost, like that kind of in that direction. I'm not sure, I don't have the succinct answer for you, but it's something in that direction. I'm like, okay, that's totally fine trade-off. Like, that makes sense, as thinking as a dev would on that. So it's like proxy contract. It's what I hear. I don't know, you hear cabal thrown around a lot, like insiders, all this stuff, which again, from everything I've seen and heard and looked at, it seems to be literally optimized completely in the favor of the community. Literally, community does liquidity. We have no, I think the only thing you don't have expectations of would be the buy and burn, and would be OA, which I feel like we're all pretty used to at this point, for the most part. So I don't know, what are the criticisms? I get to a couple questions in here too, but you guys tell me what is wrong with GIF token, PGIF, Icosa burn, Permabull protocol, Pulsar. Like, with Pulsar, it's like, I guess you could say, if you don't like Titan X, or don't think that's a good project or something, maybe you would avoid that. But to me, again, the liquidity, the whole Pulsar pathway, the liquidity bridge and stuff, that's coming over and adding liquidity to PulseChain. There's benefits for PulseChain on that too. So, and really, if you just can't get over Titan X side of it, then you totally don't have to. It's like a totally separate project. It uses the same technology, it uses Permabull tokenomics and stuff, but that's a totally different thing. And it's not even released yet, so you don't have to participate. You don't have to participate in Pulsar 2 that's going to be launched on Ethereum, but it's going to be putting liquidity on PulseChain. You don't have to participate in that, or like it or whatever, in order to participate on the projects that are launched on PulseChain, such as GIF, PGIF, and iBurn. It's not that complicated unless Kool-Aid's plenty. I really appreciate Kool-Aid's ability to, he calls it spatial versus, shoot, I always forget. He has such a lot of good sayings. Spatial versus something with him and GIF. Surgical, spatial versus surgical. And Kool-Aid really paints some very interesting images as far as being able to, it's like, it's hard to get, explanations come in different forms. And I really appreciate his ability to creatively imagine some of these things and give these analogies that I think are pretty cool. Let's see, just scrolling. Principles Not Promises. Yeah, that's a new one. I like that one too. And there's so much to this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take a break from chat in just a second because I got some stuff I want to cover. Don't have that much time. The Solid X whale bought the top today. He believes in GIF as well. Good sense to run. Wow. If that be true, that is very interesting, Crypto Elite. Wow. I mean, I don't doubt you, but boy, Solid X whale, if he's in GIF and he bought the top, and like that's kind of like a, I don't know, you could take, maybe some people take that as a sign of confidence as well. Still green. I know I saw that connect, so I was like, we're still green. It still shows, if you go, yeah, still on the daily, up 10%, even after massive wick down and sells today. It's just, I love it. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to put this up here too, just as an explainer. Really good. Again, shout out to Crypto Elite. I put this in the chat too. This kind of gives you an idea. I mean, the ARB stuff, there's a lot. There's just so many different pieces to this. And we talked about a lot during the deep dives, and I got videos and all this stuff too. So I'm trying not to explain a lot of the, again, if you have questions, let me know, but I'm gonna try not to explain a lot of the basic concepts. I'm kind of going to just go off some of the stats and nuance. So I think it's interesting here. The ARB opportunity there. If you buy a PGIF, go to the website, burn your GIF for PGIF. Talked about that. When PGIF is more than 10 PLS higher than GIF, because it takes one GIF and 10 PLS to mint each PGIF. If PGIF is higher than that, so higher than what you minted it for, you could sell your PGIF to PLS and make a profit. There's ARB opportunity. Again, I got videos and stuff talking about that. And then convert your PLS back to GIF and keep repeating the process. And then when minting PGIF, you pay follow the GIF price difference. Yeah, PGIF is less than 10 PLS more expensive. There's no ARB opportunity. So if you look at the prices right now, you got 2083 on PGIF and 2080 for GIF. So again, if PGIF is less than 10 PLS more expensive, so right now PGIF is just over 3 PLS, or just around 3 PLS more expensive, around 2,000. Yeah, I remember it went down to like 1,500 today, or 1,300, somewhere through there. If it is less than 10 PLS more expensive, there's no ARB opportunity. If it's more than 10 PLS, there's ARB opportunity. So hopefully, if that doesn't make sense, maybe read it a little bit more, watch some videos, check that out. But this is a great, like, little simplest terms possible. You can mint it, you can buy it, you can ARB it, you can provide liquidity for it. I mean, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff on this. So let's scroll up for a second. I'll get into the content. Harmonic hexagon, does it benefit the system more to LP between the GIFs or one of the GIFs and PLS? Good question. Does it benefit the system more? I don't know. I can't speak to does the LP benefit the system more. I would say it's interesting that if you look at the GIF and PGIF pool, there's a pool that is, 2.6 million in liquidity between the two. It's got how much? So 18 million PGIF. And so I got a lot of PGIF and just a little bit of GIF. So again, that could be people who are just minting the PGIF, like, hey, what do I do with it? Let me provide LP. They don't want to sell at all. They don't want to take any profits right now. Yeah, maybe this is an interesting signal too. All these people don't want any PLS profits. Apparently, all these people aren't ready to sell into an asset that isn't GIF and PGIF, just by looking at this. You have $2.6 million worth of tokens from people who don't want to get PLS because they want a PLS. You could just set a position. Again, I got video. I just clipped the video today. It is, I haven't put it. I got to put this near the top. Yeah, how to stop. I'm going to put this in the chat. How to stop market dumping. How to stop market dumping and start getting paid expositions on PulseChain. So this is the Mo, and I just clipped his video, and he walks through V3 and let's see, how to set a position and how to just, again, sell. You can set it at a certain range, and it'll just, if it goes through the range, you effectively sell without making any red candles on the chart. It's awesome, right? So V3 liquidity in tight ranges, wide ranges, full ranges, all that. Me and Sloth talked a lot about that too. If you look up, if you just go to Go Roll DeFi and click on under Learn to Earn, go to farming. Farming has a lot of LP videos. And if you do, where's the one? Making money with V3 liquidity on PulseChain. This one is really good. This is where I really get into it with Sloth to talk about how to do V3 stuff. Yeah, this video. And we talk about literally each little detail of ranges and, how you do this and is this possible and all that stuff. So really, really good one. Highly recommend that on V3. But yeah, there's a lot of people who, aren't trying to sell anytime soon. But if you want to sell, if you want to set up a range, again, the stop market dumping video goes through this. Let's see. Yeah, this is like I'm setting up a range. At the time, the current price was 1857. And then he set up a range. He's like, okay, this is like a single side position, not putting up any pulse, just putting up the PGIF, and then saying, okay, it's on 18, or I want to start selling it when it hits 18. So when it's up a little bit more, just right above it, I want to sell all of that at that price until it gets to up to 1919. And then at the end, let's see. At the end, we show it. This is me closing it. It was right before that. One sec. Is it this one? Maybe this one. Yeah, so you can see in this one, right before, so his PGIF position was gone. All the assets were gone. They went on to the other side. They went to PLS and just earned a little bit of fees because it was a relatively small position in the size of the pool, I guess, at this point. So earned a little bit of fees. You got all the pulse, and again, got pulse without having to sell, without having to say, without going to Pidius, without going here and saying, I want to take my GIF. Yeah, I want to take my GIF and I want to sell however much for pulse. And let's get the price quote. So without doing this, taking a little bit of slippage and affecting the chart, you can literally just be like, hey, I'm just going to set up an LP position. Here's the price I want. If you think it's going to go up, then you would set it higher, either single-sided, or you can set it to, hey, I want to make fees now, and you would set it during the current range. You got to put in a little bit of pulse. Play with the ranges. Again, these two videos are key. This video will show you how to just do it with V3. And this video will go through a bunch of different questions and technical stuff and like how all the stuff works. So those two videos, highly recommend to understand how to do this and not market. You don't need to create red candles. Like red candles are not. I wanted to tell Connects the other day. I want a T-shirt. We talked about a few different T-shirts. One was, hey, you want to make some money? I kind of want to make that one actually. And then the other was like dumping with like a cancel sign, like stop dumping. Like you don't need to market dump. You don't need to sell that way. Like think about it. Why would you sell that? Like why would you go here and do this with a not low liquidity, but like with an asset that would have slippage that doesn't have like this super upward price chart, historically speaking, all that stuff. Like why would you want to, if you were, Cooley talks about being a founder in the community and stuff. why would you want to create red candles? Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to create red candles? Why do you want to be a part of that? Like, I'd rather be a part of the green candles, right? Hopefully lower. Like when I first did the stream, when I did the first solo Permabull stream was on the 21st, and was it 002? How much PLS was that? That was sorry, I'm looking at the USD chart this whole time. Let's see, the 21st, that was around 30, 39. It went somewhere through there. Sorry, look at the daily. Okay, 21st. Yeah, somewhere through there. I think it was like the 30th range, somewhere through there. So I don't want to be a part of those red candles. I'd rather be a part of the green candles. Again, I want to buy the top, but at the same time, I would like to, talk about being a good steward of the protocol and stuff. If you're participating and all that stuff, like, why not? I think it's pretty cool. So again, you can be part of the red candles. You don't have to be, but I like the communities where they get the idea of, hey, we don't need to do this. We can just be like, oh, just set up the V3 liquidity. And then when it hits the price, it'll just automatically give you more pulse and give everyone else the GIF or the PGIF or whatever, provide that. And you're just helping the market. It's like a win-win situation. Like, unless you need to sell immediately, and sometimes you do. Like, I'm not judging anyone. Like, sometimes you just do need to sell really quickly. But if you're going to hold an asset over time, if I'm going to hold an asset over time, why not? Why would I want to just like sell it immediately for what? Okay, maybe I need it. That's fine. But like, generally speaking, maybe I just want to make fees. I don't need it right now. I just want to see where it goes. Maybe, give myself options and stuff too. So anyways, a lot of cool stuff there. But which one, the original question from Harmonic Hexagon was, which one helps the protocol more? I don't know. I don't know if the LP I don't know if either one really helped the protocol more. I'm trying to think. And GIF or Kool-Aid or Kinetics may be able to speak to this if they're still in the chat, but or Elite too. I don't think any of them help the protocol more. They help the community. People who want Pulse would appreciate people putting Pulse in the pool and being able to, or DAI too. I think is there a DAI pool? There's a PGIF DAI. Yeah, there's a GIF DAI and a PGIF DAI. Yeah, 170K liquidity in the GIF. I thought there was, because I thought if you do this, and you can just see how much you can, if you wanted to market sell, how much you can get. So at a 12,000 GIF, how much slippage would you eat? Yeah, 5% slippage if you were just to market sell. But if you were to set up LP position, and again, there's different risks, do your own research, all that stuff. It could go down, it could go up. But for me, if I'm investing in a product or an asset, for example, and I got plenty of time and I have my position and maybe want to take profits here and there and stuff, but in general, I'm okay. I don't need to do it immediately. And if I can help the community, again, being a good steward and all that stuff, by providing LP or again, not making red candles or all that other stuff, then and providing on the Pulse side, on the DAI side, not just, if you're locking up PGIF and GIF, that's one thing, and that's cool to be able to get execution between the two. But if you're giving people liquidity for protocols that have much thicker liquidity that they could exit from or get liquidity from or whatever, more than the newer protocol that has less liquidity and higher price appreciation, if you think that's the case too, then to me, helping the community is providing liquidity on the other side and kind of letting people be able to trade and come in and out, hopefully less red candles, but just be able to help the community with that. So very interesting day today. This is like the most down I've ever seen a week down before. I mean, you look at the chart too. I mean, if you look at the daily, it's just wow. There's not a lot going on there. Look at the 15. yeah, had to run up, had a massive sell, went up to, yeah, almost 3K. Wow, 3K pulse. 3K. Is that a 30,000x from the all-time low? Amazing. You know, $105 million market cap. You think about the tech in this. I mean, does that sound too high to you? If you think about this is like new tech that I don't think anyone, again, I don't want to be like hyperbolic and say all this stuff, but I've never seen this stuff before. I hear a lot of people say they never seen it before. So if you got a good team, solid tech, you know, no leaky boats, all the principles, you got a community, you know, I know a lot of people like got their own thing. I like DeFi. So that's what's cool to me. I like being able to, you know, if you like arbitrage, you like, you know, communities, 1,000 people. I was thinking too, let's look at the holders and stuff real quick. And it says it's the perfect DeFi game. I haven't seen a lot of things wrong with it. I'll say that. Yeah. So I got GIF in here. Look at the GIF holders, 900. I think it was 800 some yesterday. So it's ticked up quite a bit. I mean, I like to see a chart of holders on this, but 907 holders. And it looks like we hit, yeah, the largest holder of GIF is the dead address. It is ticked over the 100,000. So the biggest, you have 100 million. 100 million, 10% of the supply, so 1 billion total. 10% of the supply is here. And then now that so much GIF has been minted, or PGIF has been minted and GIF has been burned, 104 million. Largest holder is the dead address. Like that, I don't know, is that a sign of like, I know there's all kinds of different games you can play in tokens and DeFi and stuff like that, but in a healthy system, if the dead address has the most coins, I don't know, it seems like something's working. Like that seems you can make a case that's a pretty good thing over most others. And you scroll through on holders. I mean, it's got fairly distributed, right? Like the supply distribution, you know, basically got the dead address with a lot. So 20% of the entire supply is with you know, whale here and dead address, you know, whatever this address is. And then everything else, you got 31 million, you got 24, 21, 18. You go down, there's a lot of people with a few million. And then it's just really, I don't know, it feels pretty, there's just plenty of people who have a vested interest in this thing going well, which is great, I think. It's not just like 5 holders that have all the coins. I mean, we down the list. What are we on page? How many are on each one? Is it 50 on each one? You got almost 100 people, just guessing on here, that have around 1 million coins or more. 0.1, 0.55, or let's see, yeah, 1 million would be 0.1% or more. Pretty cool. So holders, dead address, and then you got over 1,000 on Telegram. So you got more people on Telegram than actually holders of the coin as far as addresses go. Seems like pretty healthy. Like, wouldn't you think it's the other way around? Maybe more people there than holders. That means there's more people. It could be more people who are in the Telegram who haven't even bought yet. Maybe they've been waiting on the dip. I guess you could, maybe say that too. Very interesting. I don't know. It's not one. I have no idea how many dips we'll have, when we'll have dips and stuff. But had a dip today. Don't know where it's going to go from here, but I had a dip today. If you haven't seen too, I made the video on the buy and burn, but this is for Icosa? Yeah, for iBurn. Oh, did some of it get used? Because it used to be 2 billion, I think. Or is this from, hold on, D3? One sec. So let's look at PGIF for a minute too. Oh yeah, so the total supply between GIF and PGIF is 1 billion because of the GIF getting burned and the creation of PGIF through GIF. That doesn't make sense. Again, watch the video playlist, tinyurl.com/learn Permabull. 522 holders. So there's only about half. So almost half of the holders of GIF don't even hold PermaGIF. Haven't minted it or haven't held it. That's interesting too. That means perhaps it could be a lot more people yet to create PermaGIF with their GIF. And you have the holders here too, 18 million, 5 million, a few in the million, but then after that, it's kind of just, yeah, I mean, again, pretty distributed over there. Anyways, why am I not, is this for PermaGift or is this not? Well, I don't know why. One sec. I think that's for PGIF. Let me open up this one. Because they have about the same numbers too. So the method, so this was the, okay, yeah. So this is for PGIF, I believe. This is for PGIF. And yeah, one sec. That one. Yeah, so for PGIF, you don't see a lot of buy and burn happen on PGIF. It's got about almost 2 billion stacking up there. So, okay, I think that's what it was. I don't think that the buy and burn, because you can see the buy and burn being ran here. I need to put this in a thing. I was going to feed the data to an AI and be like, can you tell me when this thing is being run? It seems like it's being run like every 4 minutes now. I thought it was kind of random before. Yeah, because this is 7 minutes. 7 minutes, 9 minutes. I don't know. 4 minutes, 12. So that's 12 minutes. So it's either random or there's some threshold, some metric being hit where it's like, okay, when it hits this metric, whatever it is, it could be based on some, I don't know, based on something, then it'll get triggered. So it could just be based on organic traffic. But this is the buy and burn getting run. It says method 0x9FC0. That's just what it looks like for function calls and stuff. It doesn't have a name there. And you can see 30 million. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 30 million PLS going through the routes. Pretty cool. Go through all the routes, get the best deal. And then sending almost 8,000 iBurn to the 0 address. So it's going through, it's buying with 30 million worth. And then, yeah, sending it to the dead address right there, buy and burn, right? Pretty cool to see. So yeah, we went over it in detail in the buy and burn video published recently. But this one's getting around pretty frequently. And it's still got 1.5 billion pulse. What is that? 50, 60, 70, $80,000, somewhere through there. And this one, I think it's been building up. I don't think it's been ran for a while. It's got almost 2 billion pulse. So it's probably, yeah, is that it's like 100K or something like that. So this is a cool bullish thing too. It's like the protocol is already behaving, green candles are looking good, all this stuff. And there's still a ton in the buy and burn, the war chest for the protocol to buy and burn off the market. So pretty amazing, pretty amazing. And you can see that, so this is the iBurn one. Yeah, so you can see the iBurn one is doing the buy and burn here. And you can see the mints too, people minting. Like, it's actually pretty fun to look at the transactions and see how many people minting. And these are people minting coins. These are people minting, like going through, minting the coins, using the interface, using Icosa burn.win, or using calling the contract directly, putting in Icosa or Yacosa, putting in Pulse 1,500 to 1. So if we got 1,000 ICOSA, that gets me 1,000 iBurn, but I got to give it 1.5 million PLS. So doing that, sending it through, and then you're seeing them. You're seeing the mint. This is from the ICOSA side. Mint, mint, mint. You got buy and burn, mint, mint, buy and burn, mint, 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 buy and burn, mint, mint, mint. It's amazing. Like the DeFi. Like this is so cool. And this one you just see the minting. So you have the minting, and then mint. Just really cool stuff. I'm getting mixed up on the pages because I don't have like all the name stuff everywhere. I kind of want to scroll down. Let's see if we go to this one. Give me just a second here. Plus. Yeah, sending the ICOSA to the dead address as well. And sending that to the, is that 8.5? Sorry, I'm trying not to get lost in the weeds here. I'll make it more about the point. And anyways, I'm going to get lost here in a second. But these are people transacting on the chain and doing all kinds of cool stuff. So I'm not sure why there was some selling today. I mean, you could say profit taking, but it's like, again, if you're taking profits, why not use LP? It's just people got in who don't know how to use LP, testing the market. I mean, it bought it up pretty quick again. I mean, no guarantees it's going to happen all the time, but go here. What are we at now? So we get PLS. Oh, went down again. Went down to 17. All right, went back up to here. Went up to 22. So went all the way down to 15. Yeah, maybe went down a little bit. 15. Then went up to 22. Recovered, and then went down to around 17 again. Wow. And the volume, who likes volume? LP. And again, it's not because it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's because, again, you don't need to market dump for liquidity. Don't have to pay fees and slippage. You can get paid the fees and get the liquidity over time with all the great tools we have with V2, V3, everything else. So again, anyone have any questions or concerns, criticisms? Again, I don't know what else other than people not understanding the tech or not wanting to understand or otherwise. I don't know. It feels pretty good to me, and I like it a lot. That's why I spend so much time on it. I really don't spend a lot of time on community projects. I really am not interested in most things. I'm explicitly not interested in most things. Talk to people, see what's going on and stuff, but I'm just generally, it takes a lot to get me interested in different protocols. And this is one where, historically speaking, the tech, to me is obviously good. And then the price performance comes with it where it's actually working. It's just amazing. Wrap up here in a second. What's up, Briss? I have questions. Is there any incentive to hold GIF instead of converting it to PGIF? Feels like a system wants to convert to PGIF. Good question. So let me just put it back on the explainer here too for people watching. So I'm trying to think the way I think about it. To me, it all goes back to GIF. But if you have PGIF, you have GIF plus PLS, right? You have a GIF, which is like a premium on it with a PLS. So to me, holding GIF or I want to hold GIF or PGIF. And of course, there's other things like, okay, let's say like this. The special thing about, I think, GIF is that, it started from nothing pretty much, and it's able to go up so much. And then on PGIF, again, the PGIF, which is the GIF plus Pulse that you're able to create, if other protocols, so you have iBurn and stuff, if 15% of that goes to buy and burn the PGIF, I don't know. I think I wouldn't be surprised to see some more protocol. Like what's next? Like what else are they going to apply it to? We're going to apply it to ink. We start burning ink. We're going to apply it to, any other coin. Is it still going to have that 15% buy and burn for PGIF? I kind of, if you're a holder of GIF and PGIF, that sounds like something to want, right? So if you think of, for me, I think about it as GIF being the center of the ecosystem, the spear, sort of like in a different kind of way. And then you have everything revolving around it. You have its derivative, or you have its the flavor that you get when you mix PLS with it. And then you have the other protocols that complement it indirectly because they buy and burn PGIF, and there's different mechanics there. I mean, whatever's good for PGIF, you could make a case for being good for GIF because there are a lot of different things going on there. So to me, everything goes back to those two, but more importantly, GIF, because you always, in order to get PGIF, you need GIF. And if you got PGIF, you already have GIF in a way. You just have the GIF plus the value on there too. So is there an incentive to hold GIF instead of converting to PGIF? And the system wants us to convert it? Yeah, I mean, I think the system incentivizes you. Well, how does it incentivize you? I think the ARB is one incentivization in the system to convert it, because when you convert it, you're burning it too. So you're moving supply, you're getting a buy and burn. Just trying to think about this question. You're going to use a hold GIF. I don't know. I feel like GIF is the way to get PGIF. So if I hold GIF, as long as I have Pulse, I can always get PGIF. But if I have PGIF, there has to be, I can't go the other way, right? There has to be liquidity, and I guess I'm not saying there's not gonna be liquidity and stuff. Not that I think there wouldn't be, but I don't know. It does feel like holding GIF. I don't know. I think it depends on how much you want to participate in the system. Again, I'm trying to basically try not to go in circles here, but I don't know. Maybe it's also, it doesn't matter as much. Maybe that's the answer. Is like if I have GIF or I have PGIF, I know what I'm holding. I know how the protocol works and what it's incentivizing people to do. So why not just turn the whole supply into PGIF? Buy burns only burn PGIF. They do, but again, to get PGIF, you need to have GIF. So it's kind of like, at the end, is there going to be a day where GIF becomes so scarce because it's been burned so much that you can't even get PGIF anymore? Like, which one's more valuable at that point? The thing that you can't get, or I don't know. I feel like I don't have a very good answer to that. Yeah. And Fast talks about the ARB thing that kind of incentivizes everyone to the creation. The creation is like, okay, we'll make sure the system is balanced, ARB it, get it back in that shape and stuff. Yeah, I think the ARB's a big role with it too. So it's about a mint gift to PGIF 1-to-1 with 10 PLS per gift, live numbers front end. Yeah. So actually, I went to the Permabull. About to wrap up in a minute. If you guys have any more questions, get them in. Sorry, this is, as not a founder, I probably, whatever I can't answer today, I probably have a video that's explained it. So I don't keep all the stuff off the top of my head either. And I don't claim to understand it all well enough to re-explain to everyone. But yeah, if you don't feel like you got a good satisfactory answer today in the questions, feel free to hit up the playlist. So 1,000 GIF, $104, mints you 1,000 PGIF, and then it shows the value of PLS. Yeah, reverse ARBs. Wow. Yeah, I mean, you can look at this to get some of the information too. But I mean, just looking at the difference here with PGIF and GIF, we got 1759, 1761. So yeah, so pretty close. So the market, it's a beautiful thing. The market tends to keep things together. Thank you, Estimate Spider. Appreciate that. So I think that's it. I didn't even bring up a diagram today. But if you want the diagrams, stuff, they are in the Telegram. I got them on my Twitter as well. So if you go to highlights, it's this one. Yeah, so this is the GIF and PGIF one. And then we got the iBurn one, and that'll hopefully fill in some of the things too. Some of the game mechanics ones. Again, I feel like I need to have GIF or Kool-Aid or Connects or somebody here to kind of go through too. But as far as like how this thing works, these diagrams are key and should tell you everything you need to know as far as like the direction things are going. I don't know, I feel like somebody could write a book on the mechanics here as far as like the game theory and otherwise. So super interesting stuff. Again, Briss says, if GIF is more valuable than PGIF, there's no reason to convert to GIF. So buy and burn is point to be GIF. So all the buy and burn is point to PGIF. So people trade the GIF to PGIF. Yeah, I mean, I think you're describing some of the ARB or not ARB too. So if GIF shouldn't be more valuable. Yeah, PGIF should always be more valuable than GIF. So if you go back to when PGIF is more than TLS higher, so if it's more higher, then you can sell it to make a profit. If GIF is higher than PGIF, yeah, why not just trade that for? You just trade that for PGIF. If it's more valuable than PGIF, you trade it for PGIF because you know PGIF should be, the market should correct to be higher. Yeah. Is that I know there's like probably multiple ARBs on this or some nuance too, but I think that's probably another one too. If GIF is higher, I'd like to see a diagram of all the ARB opportunities. That would be cool too, Crypto Elite, or anyone else who wants to make that. Let's see, I'm pushing PGIF up and down, use ARB, PGIF. Yeah, we didn't even talk about Arcosa and the ARBs there and the pegging and how this is pumping Arcosa, making deflationary and kicking off the auctions. That's really cool. That's the last thing. I just got just a minute. I'll cover this too. Good questions, guys. I really think the goal is to convert all the GIF to PGIF, and the protocol burns PGIF to existence. Well, I could see that being a thing where eventually because every time you convert it, right, it burns a GIF and it mints you the PGIF, and then it loads up the buy and burn. So if you burn all the GIF and there's just PGIF that's getting bought and burned, you can't get any more PGIF because there's no more GIF to create it. I mean, just the deflationary aspects are just really, really cool to this. So yeah. I mean, the goal is an interesting thing because the goal is kind of like, I think of more of incentives instead of goals. I think of like there's things that the protocol incentivizes, but it's kind of up to the market to see, how they want to play the game and stuff too. So yeah, and I burns PGIF too. Yeah, that's what I would really like to see. The next, I hope the next ones keep burning PGIF. If you're a GIF or PGIF holder, and it keeps burning, you keep getting plus 15% burns on those. It's such a cool win-win. It's like, not only can you help the local ecosystem, which is the GIF ecosystem and the holders, it can help the other coin itself, such as Icosa in this. And this is a post from Hex Turbo. This is back in January. Icosa has been popping off recently. I'd love to see this reach the ceiling price again. I think we did reach the ceiling price recently. Then we see an influx of 5555 HSI stakes being sent out as a contract. People are going to arb the price, decreasing liquid hex. So if you're curious, why that's important, I think you get a 10% bonus if you do 5555 HSIs. If you want to sell them to Icosa contract. So there's an arb for Icosa there. There's an arb between eIcosa and pIcosa because you can mint both of them through this. So it treats them as the same. Yeah, really, really cool. Very, very cool. So very interested in that. Hopefully the auctions reignite. I think they did reignite or going to soon, one of those. So very excited to see that. Yeah, I think that's all I got for you today. I will be back at some point. Until then, may you guys have the maddest of gains. Hope everything goes well. Have a good weekend if I don't see you before then. And Scivive and 5555. We are out.